Hello students. Next topic is magnetic dipole moment. Very similar topic which we already studied in first chapter, electric dipole moment. Okay. So I already told you the first two chapter of physics, 12th physics is very much important. Okay, you clear all the concept about first two chapters, then definitely you will understand the rest of the 14 chapters in physics, except the two chapters optics. Okay, optics have no relation between any other chapters. It is alone. It is very unique chapter optics. But all the rest of the 12 chapters, if you want to understand those 12 chapters, then you should know. You should very clear about the concept of first two chapters. Okay. So here magnetic dipole. Last class we studied about force acting on a current carrying wire F equal to BIL sin theta, right? So in this topic, before going to see magnetic dipole moment, let me recall the electric dipole moment. What is electric dipole? Two charges which has same magnitude and opposite in direction, separated by a small distance 2a, right? So this is separated by a small distance 2a. This is electric dipole, right? So electric dipole always starts from negative charge to positive charge. So this is the direction of electric dipole moment. So electric dipole moment means P equal to any one charge, magnitude of any one charge into distance between two charges. P equal to Q into 2A. Can you remember? We studied in first chapter. Okay. So here magnetic dipole, very similar, but if we consider magnet here, instead of electric charge, we consider a magnetic charge. Okay. So consider a magnet. So this type of magnet you may see in our lab is known as bar magnet. Okay, a magnet which has shape of any rectangle or circle or square is known as bar magnet. Okay, so this magnet have two poles, as you know already, north pole and south pole. We will study about this magnet in next chapter, magnetism, earth magnetism. Okay, magnetism and matter, all the properties of magnet and magnetic field lines, properties of magnetic field lines, right? So here magnetic field lines starts from north to south and it forms a closed loop. Closed loop means, see, this is magnetic field lines. So it forms from north to south. Okay, it goes from north to south. This is not a closed loop. Okay, here the loop is open. So closed loop means this loop completely closed where it starts. So this is closed loop. If you look closely, the magnetic field lines which emanates from north pole ends at the south pole, okay, outside the magnet. Outside the magnet, it starts from north, end at south, okay. But inside the magnet, if you watch closely, inside the magnetic field lines come like this, okay. So it seems like the magnetic field lines inside the magnet start from south pole and end to north pole. This is very much important point. You have to remember. Okay, even though we will study in next chapter, you have to remember this before seeing this magnetic dipole moment. Okay, so magnetic field lines always forms a closed loop. Magnetic field lines always forms a closed loop. So magnetic field lines outside the magnet will starts from north, end with south, but inside the magnet it starts from south, end with north. Okay, so by this you can also conclude that monopole does not exist. If we take electricity, electrostatics, there we study about charges. So if you have a positive charge, then magnetic field lines pointing outwards, right? So in chapter 1, mono charge does exist. We can see a single charge because the charge never forms a closed loop. Okay, if you have two charges, then it never forms a closed loop. Okay, the field lines will form like this. It never forms a closed loop. Okay, so the field lines will form like this and it forms a open loop only. Okay, it forms open loop. If you see your NCERT book, the field lines will start like this. right? We already studied about field lines. So do you think this is formed closed loop? No, this is open loop. Okay, it starts here, end here. This is not a closed loop. Why? Because in electrostatics, mono charge does exist. Mono charges exist in nature. Okay, but in case of magnetism, monopole does not exist. Okay, so if magnetic field line starts from north, it should end with another south. Okay, so monopole does not exist in magnetism. Clear? Okay, so clear about this concept. Here we say this is charge, but here we use the symbol M to denote the charge. So here we take M as pole strength. In metric book they said QM. QM means magnetic charge. Q means normal charge, okay, electric charge. QM means magnetic charge. Here we take M, pole strength. Okay, so the distance between these two poles, this is center point O, and the distance from north to center point O taken as L, and center point to south point taken as L. So total distance is 2L. Okay, so from this we can say magnetic dipole moment M is defined as pole strength into 2L. Okay, in metric book they said QM into 2L. Okay, whatever it is, magnetic charge or magnetic pole strength, whatever. Okay, so M into 2L, this is the formula for magnetic dipole moment. Okay. Next topic is current loop behave as a magnet. We have a current loop. Okay, this is our current loop. So when this loop carries some current I, okay, in clockwise direction, then this loop will behave as a magnet. As I said already, if this loop behaves as a magnet, then which one is south pole, which one is north pole? We have a question here, right? So whenever current is flowing through the open wire, it produces magnetic field, we know. But this closed loop carries some current, it behaves as a complete magnet. So if it is a magnet, then which side is north pole, which side is south pole? Okay, so for that we have to use the direction rule, that is, which you may already studied in your 10th standard, 10th CBSE. Whenever current flows through a closed loop in clockwise direction, then the upper loop is considered as south pole. Okay, so we use these kinds of rule. Okay, so the direction is clockwise direction and the pole is known as south pole. Okay, if current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, then the upper pole is taken as north pole. Okay, so this direction is anti-clockwise direction and the pole is taken as north pole. Okay, so here the current is flowing in clockwise direction in this loop, so the upper pole is taken as north pole, right? So here it is south pole. Then what will be the magnetic field lines? As I said already, outside the magnetic field line will start with north pole and end with south pole. Okay, inside the magnet, sorry, if it is flowing in clockwise direction, then upper loop, yeah, upper side is taken as south pole, lower side is taken as north pole. Okay, if it is clockwise, then upper side is south pole. If it is anti-clockwise, then upper pole is north pole. So here it is flowing in the clockwise direction, upper pole is taken as south pole. So here it is north pole. Okay, so what will be the direction of magnetic field lines? As I said earlier, the magnetic field lines outside the magnet will start to flow from north to south. So inside the magnet, this is one loop. Okay, for example, this is our loop. Okay, so inside the magnet, it starts to flow from north to south. Okay, so if this is inside the loop, okay, this is inside the loop, then magnetic field lines will flow inside from north to south. So this side is north, okay, and this side is south. Clear? So the magnetic field lines will start to flow from south to north inside the magnet. Okay, north to south outside, but south to north. If you see here, outside it starts from north, end with south. Inside it starts from south, end with north. Okay, so I draw the magnetic field lines for inside the surface. So inside it starts with north, south ends with south, north. Okay, so this is our magnetic fields. Okay, inside the magnet, this is inside. So inside it will start with south and end with north. Okay, so I can draw magnetic field line starts in south and end with north inside the magnet, inside the loop. So this is the direction inside the loop. Clear? So what will be the magnetic dipole moment for this loop? So magnetic dipole moment will be equal to I into area vector. This is magnetic dipole moment formula. Okay, so magnetic dipole moment of a current carrying loop will be equal to I into A. This is not cross, this is A, I into A. Okay, so what will be the direction? What is the direction for electric dipole moment? It starts from negative charge, end with positive charge, right? So here we take our north pole as positive and our south pole as negative. Okay, so here also the magnetic dipole moment starts from negative, end with positive, which means it starts from south, end with north. Okay, so it starts from south, end with north. Clear? So here it is one trick, that is curl the fingers of your right hand in the direction of current, then your thumb points in the direction of magnetic moment. Okay, you try it yourself. This is our loop. So I have to curl my 4 fingers in the direction of current. So current is flowing in clockwise direction. I curl in clockwise direction. Then my thumb finger shows the direction of magnetic moment. So here magnetic moment start like this. Okay, as I said, it starts with south, end with north. So magnetic moment start like this. Okay, if you take any kinds of loop, for example, I take this loop. Okay, so current is flowing in clockwise direction. Current is flowing in clockwise direction. So what will be the direction of magnetic moment, or which one is south, which one is north? How to find? So curl your 4 fingers in the direction of current. Okay, so my current is flowing in upwards, so my 4 finger I curl in the direction of upwards. My thumb finger shows the direction of magnetic dipole moment. So it starts from this. Okay, if this is my magnetic dipole moment, then which side is north, which side is south? Very simple. Magnetic dipole moment start with south, end with north. So it start with south, end with north. So this side, right side of the loop is considered as south pole, left side of the loop is considered as north pole. Clear? Okay, we will see one more example. If I take this is my loop and here my current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. Not a clockwise direction, but it's flowing in anti-clockwise direction. Then what will be the direction of magnetic dipole moment? Okay, so curl my 4 fingers in the direction of current. Okay, my thumb finger shows the direction of magnetic dipole moment. Okay, so it shows upwards. If my thumb finger shows upwards, then which is south, which is north? Yeah, magnetic dipole moment start with south, end with north. So the downward parts, okay, the bottom side is taken as south pole, upper side is considered as north pole. Clear? Okay, you try it yourself, you can find. So if current carrying loop behaves as a magnet, then what will be the magnetic field of that loop? Okay, that is we have to derive. So here we have a loop. This loop carries current in clockwise direction. Okay, it carries current in clockwise direction. Then what will be the direction of magnetic dipole moment? So curl your 4 fingers in the direction of current, thumb finger point towards the direction of magnetic dipole moment. So it points like this. Okay, So this is my direction of dipole moment. So it will behave as a magnet. So I draw one imaginary magnet. Okay. So which is south, which is north? So magnetic dipole moment start with south, end with north. Okay. So this is south, this is north. Now this loop behave as a magnet. Okay. Consider a point on its axial. Okay, where we have to find the magnetic dipole moment, sorry, magnetic field due to this current carrying loop. Okay, due to this current carrying loop. Clear? So it is located at a distance of x from the origin, okay, or from the center point, and the radius of this loop is taken as capital R. Okay. So here we know already magnetic field of circular current carrying coil. Yeah, what's the magnetic field of circular current carrying coil? Here our purpose is we are going to find the magnetic field at a point on its axial. Okay, magnetic field at a point on its axial of circular current carrying ring. But we already solved in the very first 5 mark in this chapter is current carrying circular magnetic field produced by the current carrying circular coil or circular ring. We already solved that derivation. So what is the derivation? B circular equal to, we solve so many problems based on this formula, mu naught I R square divided by 2 R square plus x square power 3 by 2. Can you remember this formula? We already solved this equation. Okay, kindly check your note. So this is our equation. Here we take our R, radius of the coil is very much less when compared with the point x. Okay, when compared with the distance x. So I can take R is very less than x. Okay, so I can neglect this R. This equation will become B equal to mu naught I R square divided by 2 x square power 3 by 2. Okay, so it will further becomes mu naught I R square divided by, here 2 get cancelled, 2x cube. Okay, so here I multiply and divided with pi, multiply and divide with pi, then what I get? Mu naught I pi R square divided by 2 pi x cube. So I multiply and divide with a pi. Okay, so what is pi R square? Pi R square is the area of circle. Okay, so instead of this pi R square I can take a value, right? So here mu naught I a divided by 2 pi x cube, right? So pi R square is area of the circle. Okay, so what is IA? Think about it. What is IA? IA is nothing but magnetic dipole moment of this coil, circular coil. Okay, so here further I can take my IA as M, right? So I can take mu naught M by 2 pi x cube. Okay, so here multiple and divide by 2. So I will get, I write it here, if you multiple and divide it by 2, then I get mu naught 2m divided by, if you multiply it with 2, then it will become 4 pi divided by x cube. Have you ever seen these kinds of equation? Think about it. Where did you see these kinds of equation? So what is mu naught by 4 pi? Nothing but k. And 2, what is m? Magnetic dipole moment divided by x cube. Where did you saw these kinds of equation? Remember E axial, electric field due to axial plane, which we studied in first chapter. We studied 2 equation, electric field due to axial and electric field due to equatorial plane. So what is the axial equation? Can you remember? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 2p by r cube, right? So this is the equation for electric field at a point on its axial line, right? What is p here? P means electric dipole moment. What is r? R is distance. So here it have the same structure of axial line, right? So mu naught by 4 pi is nothing but our k. Here we use 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here mu naught by 4 pi and 2. Here it is electric dipole moment. Here m means magnetic dipole moment. X is distance. Okay, so this is the equation for axial line of magnetic field, axial line of magnetism. For electrostatic we have this equation. For magnetism we have the same equation but in different k value and different dipole moment value. Clear? So we solve simple numericals. Here we have 3 axes and a circular coil. The circular coil carries current in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so we have to find the magnetic moment. What is the formula for magnetic moment? M equal to Ia. M equal to Ia. Okay, so what is I? I is 2 ampere and the A area, it is given radius as 3 meter. So area will be pi r square. So 2 into pi into 3 square, then it will be equal to 18 pi. So what is the direction? What's the direction? By using right hand rule, okay, my forefinger in the direction of current, thumb finger point towards upwards. Okay, so it starts from south, end with north. So the direction of magnetic field, magnetic dipole moment is towards upwards. Upwards, which axis we have? Upwards we have y axis. Okay, so for y axis we take j gap vector. Okay, upwards we have y axis. Clear? And this problem we have a circular loop, rectangle loop. Okay, so find the formula m equal to Ia. What is current? Current is 1 ampere. 1 into what is area? Area of the rectangle. Okay, side into side. So 2 into 3 and it will be equal to 6. So here the unit is ampere meter square. Unit of current is ampere. Unit of area is meter square. So ampere meter square. So here 6 in which direction? By using right hand thumb rule, my forefinger in the direction of current. Okay, current is flowing in the clockwise direction. Thumb finger pointing inwards. So the magnetic field is inwards inside the loop. Okay, so 6 inside the loop we have which axis? Think about it. This is our z axis. So inside the loop I have negative z axis, right? So I can put minus k because inside I have negative z axis. So minus k and the unit is ampere meter square. Clear? And the third problem which is given in your metric book, a circular coil of radius 5 cm has 50 turns, carries a current of 3 ampere. The magnetic dipole moment of the coil is. You have 4 options. Option A 1 ampere meter square, option B 1.2 ampere meter square, C 0.5 ampere meter square, D 0.8 ampere meter square. So what are the given data? Radius given. Okay, a circular coil, so we can find the area by using pi r square formula, and has 50 turns. What to do with 50 turns? As I said earlier, whenever the turns are given, you just multiply it with the answer. Okay, 50 turns given and the current is 3 ampere. So formula is M equal to NIA. What is N? N is 50 turns. What is I? 3 ampere. What is A? Area of the circle. So pi into 5 square. If you put all the value, then you will get the answer. Okay, find the answer, post it in group. Next one is very important topic, that is magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron. Okay, so consider a hydrogen like atom. It have one positive charge and one electron is revolving around it in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so electron revolving around it in anti-clockwise direction with a velocity v. Okay, so what will be the direction of current? Direction of current is always opposite to the direction of motion of electron. So if electron moving in anti-clockwise direction, then the direction of current will be clockwise direction, right? So current is flowing like this, clockwise direction. Clear? So due to the revolution of electron, some current is produced, right? Because whenever electron move, charge move, we get current. So due to the revolution of electron, revolution of electron current generated by this formula I equal to dq by dt. Okay, amount of charge passing through unit cross section. So we consider a one small cross section in this wire. Okay, one small cross section, and at particular time, you know about this dq by dt. Okay, instantaneous current. Instantaneous current means at particular time how many electrons crossing this unit cross section area. Okay, so amount of charges passing through unit cross section area I equal to dq by dt. Clear? So if we take total electrons, in the whole circle, I can take E by T. Usually I take Q by T. You know the formula I equal to Q by T. But why I take E here? Because it is passing electrons. So in order to denote that, I put directly E. Okay, instead of charge, I put E. So I equal to E by T. Clear? So what is T? Time period. We know T means time period. How to find the value of time period? By using the speed formula. We usually use this formula to find the time period. Speed equal to distance per time, or we can say velocity equal to distance per time, right? So from this equation, take the time value. Time equal to distance per speed. Distance per speed. So what's the distance? Distance covered by one complete revolution of electron. So what is the distance? Distance is nothing but circumference of the circle, right? Because this electron follows a circular path. So here distance is nothing but circumference of the circle. So circumference taken as 2 pi r, circumference of the circle. Then what is speed? Electron move with velocity v. So speed is nothing but velocity of electron v. Okay, now substitute this value. Okay, substitute this value in this equation. What we will get? I equal to E by, instead of T, substitute this value 2 pi r by v. 2 pi r by v. So it will become I equal to VE divided by 2 pi r. Okay. So we know the magnetic dipole moment formula. M equal to IA. So this is the formula for magnetic dipole moment. M equal to IA. So substitute the I value in this equation. M equal to, what is I? I is VE by 2 pi r. Then what is A? Area of the circular coil. Area is considered as pi r square. So this is the area of circle. So r get cancelled, pi get cancelled. Then we get M equal to EV. Here we have one r divided by 2. Okay. So this is our final equation. So what is the direction of magnetic dipole moment? A current is flowing in clockwise direction. So curl your forefingers and thumb finger pointing inside the paper. Okay, so the magnetic field produced here is inside, inwards. So inwards we put cross. The direction of magnetic dipole moment is inwards. So here we are going to find the angular momentum of electron. So angular momentum formula is L equal to R cross P. This is the formula for angular momentum. We already studied in 11th standard. We have one chart which consists of some important formulas. Okay, that 10-12 formulas. I said already, you to study these 10 formulas, it will be very much useful for 12th standard. So this formula is angular momentum, L equal to R cross P. Remember this formula, we will use it again. Clear? What is P? P means linear momentum. What is the formula for linear momentum? When electron rotates in a circular orbit, okay, electron rotates in a circular orbit with velocity v, it will have linear momentum in this direction, tangential to the circle. That is linear momentum. So linear momentum is nothing but mass into velocity, linear momentum of particle, P equal to mv. So substitute the value here, L equal to R, instead of P substitute mv. Linear momentum equal to R mv. To remove the cross product, we add sin theta. What's the value of theta? Theta means nothing but the angle between the mass of electron and velocity, and its velocity. Okay, here the distance is taken as R. Actually it is the angle between linear momentum and R. Theta means the angle between R and linear momentum. So this is R and this is linear momentum. What will be the angle between these two? 90 degree. Okay, R linear momentum, angle between these two is 90 degree. So sin 90 value will be equal to 1. I can write L equal to mvr. Okay, so electron is moving in anti-clockwise direction. So 4 fingers in the direction of current, my thumb finger pointing upwards. So the direction is outwards. Okay, here we have one important ratio, that is M by L ratio, very much important. M by L ratio. What is M? We know M equal to IA, which we found M equal to EVR by 2, right? In the previous equation we found M equal to EVR by 2, right? The magnetic momentum of electron. What is L? Just we found mvr. So 2 into mvr. VR get cancelled. Then M by L ratio will be equal to E by 2m. Very much important ratio. Okay, E by 2m. If we take M vector by L vector, not a modulus, then we get minus E by 2m. Why? Because magnetic moment of electron is inverse. You see the previous equation, magnetic moment of electrons is inverse, but angular moment of electrons is outwards. So both are in opposite direction, that's why you put minus. Okay, one is inside, another one is outside. So we have minus E by 2m, very important equation. From this equation we can conclude the Boas model, which you will study in modern physics upcoming chapters. It is also known as de Broglie hypothesis, which you will study in modern physics, I think 12th chapter. So the orbital angular momentum of an electron is equal to integer multiple of h by 2 pi. Okay, or we can say nh by 2 pi. So here the integer multiple is nothing but n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. If you add n here, then nh by 2 pi, you can put any value for n. Okay, you can put 1h by 2 pi, 2h by 2 pi, 3h by 2 pi, like that. Okay, so the orbital angular momentum of an electron. What is orbital angular momentum? That is nothing but L. Okay, this is orbital angular momentum of an electron will be equal to nh by 2 pi. Okay, by using this ratio, M by L ratio, I can write M equal to, from this equation I write M equal to minus E by 2m, right? Minus E by 2m. This L go to the right hand side of the equation, so it will become multiplication into L. Okay, so I write M by L ratio like this, M equal to minus E by 2m into L. So what is L value, which we found here? Minus E by 2m. Instead of L, I substitute this value, nh by 2 pi. Okay, so here n means the shell. Okay, K shell, L shell, M shell, which you study in chemistry. So hydrogen like atom have only one shell, so I can take n equal to 1. If you take n equal to 1, okay, if you take n equal to 1, then this equation will become E by 2m h by 2 pi, because our n equal to 1. Okay, so this is our m. If we take a m modulus, then minus will gone. M modulus will be equal to EH by 4 m pi, right? So this is m modulus. Okay, magnetic dipole moment. Okay, EH by 4 m pi. So if you substitute 1 is the very minimum value. Okay, we have number of shells. In the number of shells, 1 is very first shell, right? So we can say this m value as m minimum. Okay, if you have 4 shells, then if you want to find the m minimum, then substitute n equal to 1. If you want to find the m maximum, then substitute n equal to 4. Clear? So here I can know all the value. I know all the value. What is E? E means charge of electron, which will be equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. What is H? H is Planck's constant, which you studied in modern physics. Okay, we will study about this. 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule per second. That is H value. Then M means mass of electron. What's mass of electron? 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. So substitute all the value. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into H is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 divided by 4 into mass of electron 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram into pi value 3.1415. Okay, so if you substitute all the value and you solve it, we get m equal to 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 ampere meter square. Very important term that you have to remember. This equation or this value is known as Bohr magnetism or Bohr magneton. Very important term. They will ask question from this word only to confuse you. They will ask what is Bohr magneton or what is the value of Bohr magneton. Okay, since you have MCQ, so you have to very much careful for these kinds of terms. This term is known as Bohr magneton or BM. Okay, this is the equation for Bohr magneton. For the minimum value, you get this value. This value is known as Bohr magneton. Okay, so in your CBSE book, they give mu instead of this m. So this is also known as spin magnetic momentum. Spin magnetic momentum. Okay, clear? So remember this term, Bohr magneton. So this is all about today's class. I hope you enjoyed today's class. All you have to do is consistent study. You don't forget the axial line, equatorial plane or the Gauss law, because you have to continuously study all the chapters. Regularly you spend some time to study all the chapters. And this 4th chapter is very much important. And we have one more class from this 4th chapter, and completed that class, then we will go to 5th chapter. That is very easy chapter. Continuation of this 4th chapter. Clear? Thanks for watching, and do all the homework problem and post your answer along with your notes in group. Thank you.